curbing insecurity is crucial because security is the foundation of a thriving society. Without it, progress stalls and fear takes hold. Recently, Kogi State Governor Usman Ododo highlighted how insecurity in the state is partly due to criminals fleeing military operations in Nigeria's northeast and northwest regions. The governor said because of Kogi State's strategic location, it has become vulnerable to these spillovers. Governor Ododo also pointed to underused natural and agricultural resources as another challenge, fueling insecurity in the state. He, however, stressed that his administration was fully committed to protecting the people's lives and livelihoods. Asukwa. Yeah, he has no choice.
Yes, of course. It's so unfortunate that the state is right in that because about 10 states, connecting to Kogi,
yeah.
And most times when once anybody is, a criminal is fleeing,
yeah,
he gets to Kogi before moving to another state, So I think
it's like a connecting.
It connects to several places, including the east, So yeah, so it's good that the governor is coming out, to reassure the residents, because it's really not good to see every time they say, oh, the criminals or kidnappers are being found somewhere in Kogi State, and with this, he's also looking at how he will be able to also harness most of the resources that they have in Kogi, reach a state that is rich in natural resources and agric, resources too. But because of insecurity, they can't really harness those, those resources.
Yeah.
And so if the governor is looking at, because I've seen so many things that Governor Ododo has been doing in terms of agriculture, and if he can tackle insecurity just as he has started doing, because he said he has been doing it, but nobody is hearing. So he has to keep, reassuring people, reassuring especially farmers, okay, that the state is safe, and so that they can go to farms and farm, and at the end of the day, we have food sufficiency, because that is the key thing. When once people are engaged, they will not go into crime.
Yeah.
And so if Kogi is safe, the people in Kogi, especially the youth in Kogi, will not go into crime. And anybody that is even coming from wherever is fleeing and wants to enter into Kogi, these the youths, the people who are working, that will rise up against them.
Yeah.
So good a thing that the governor is reassuring the citizens. The city has to also back the governor in this,
It's a two-way street.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they just have to back the governor so that they will be able to keep that safe. It's very, very important.
Yusuf, at a time like this, it is said that when men and mountains meet, great things are done. So Governor Ododo is up against a mountain. The mountain here seems to be insecurity. And his state is contiguous to 10 other states, if you look at the
more
map.
than 10.
Yeah.
More than 10. More than 10. Okay.
So he has spelled out the way forward. We agree it must be a two-way street. The citizens must cooperate while he does his own bit, don't you think?
Well, that's fine, but you need to look at the nature of the insecurity.
Okay.
It didn't just start within Kogi. These were largely due to migrations from northwest.
Okay.
Yes, mainly northwest.
Yeah.
So the military operations in that part of the country is inflicting serious pain on these criminals, and they had to move. So many of them are moving, and as they move, it's not only Kogi. You need to be in Niger State.
Okay.
A lot is happening in Kwara, in some parts of Kwara, and this is not small. And I love that he's talking about it, but I'm also aware that the federal government is doing a lot around this. When you look at this new security outfit they are creating, we will engage with top military, top security, authorities of this government. You see that part of why they are creating, is it forest guards or whatever they call
forest
it,
guards.
is because of these, issues. And they are not starting nationwide now. They are starting with states like Kogi, Kwara, and other places that are, facing the bad effects of the war on criminals in northwest, northeast. So as they migrate, they come towards the down north central. If you ask the Kwara governor, you will hear he has a lot to say. Oh, if you go to Niger State, it's worse than Kogi. Yes, it's worse than Kogi. So the federal government is so sad that when you meet with top, security authorities of this government, they are always unable, to come out because by the time by the time they come out, they will spill out the beans. They will say what they do, and they don't want to leak out their secret, their strength. So what they are working now, you can see they are not rushing the forest guards.
Forest guards, yes.
They are giving them the kind of training that you don't have,
convention
in our conventional. Yes,
yeah,
different from what you have in the military, different from what you have in conventional police, civil defense, and all of that. Specifically to police, the forest, the farms, the rural areas, so that by the time you take criminality out of those areas, Nigeria will have peace, because many of the problems we are facing are not in the cities. They are actually in the hinterland. And by the time we allow them to operate, they destroy agriculture, they destroy,
they even sack communities, and then they form their own community.
What is happening in Kogi, to me, it's not going to be a permanent problem. It's going to be just
okay. Then let's turn things over now to BKO. BKO, you are there. We're talking about your good old Kogi state. How do you weigh in here?
Yes, it's unfortunate that the last few months, Kogi has witnessed some kidnappings and attacks by criminal headsmen, especially in the Yoruba-speaking part of the state. This part of the state had been fairly stable security-wise for some time. The Akuta area, the roads leading to Kogi East had been very problematic with a lot of kidnappings, because Kogi actually shares border with the southeast through Kogi East, So Kogi will share boundaries with 10 states and the FCT. So naturally, criminals from different parts of the country will pass through Kogi. Remember, even some of the criminals who attacked the church in Owo, they were actually members of Ansaru, a faction of Boko Haram that is located in the north central, in the Abuja area, this Abaji area. Some of those places, there are quite a number of terrorists in that area. And Ansaru is believed to have some cells in that Abaji area of the FCT and some parts of Nasarawa state. So these criminals coming from these areas, from the FCT, from Nasarawa, from those contiguous states. So it's been a problem. Now, what the governor is trying to do is to fortify those communities, especially areas like Odoape. Odoape is along the Obajana Kaba Road. There have been quite a number of kidnappings in those areas, but arrests have been made, and it was discovered that citizens of those communities were actually conniving with these criminals from outside of Kogi State. Some of them at least 2 of them are reported to have committed suicide after they were discovered to be actually working with these criminals. And the governor is really dealing with the situation. Where they also need to focus on now is around the border between Kwara and Kogi, that is Egbe, Ejiba, Mopa, all of those communities. Our people are being harassed. They are not allowed to go to farm as they want to. And this has to be addressed. What the governor is saying that a lot of the criminals dislodged from the northeast, northwest, they are now finding refuge in Kogi State. Well, it's actually the whole of the North Central that these people can be found. Remember, even the train bomb, the train attack, the kidnapping of train passengers in the one that happened between Kaduna and Abuja. It was discovered that it was Boko Haram that carried it out. They actually even confessed. So these criminals have moved down from the northeast to the north central, and governors of those states need to work hard to deal decisively with the situation. I'm happy with what is being done in Ododo State. If not for Amotekun, these criminals would have come into the southwest and overrun the southwest. But Amotekun in Ondo State is very, very effective, and they are dealing with these guys decisively. That is the only reason that the southwest is the safest geopolitical zone in our country.
Okay.